All right. Hello. Uh, I wanted to explain to everybody that, well, I know there's just two of you right now. Hensley, what's up, brother? Uh, I brought on early. I'm going to do tonight's investigation, but I was just bringing y'all guys on to let y'all know that I did try to call the owner of the place of what went down last night because, as y'all know, the cop did get snotty there at the end saying, "Don't go to the graveyard knocking over stuff." Like, what the hell, man? I didn't do shit. But anyway, um, the reason I'm going early is to let y'all know I am going to do the investigation, but I did call the owner of the place up here, and I'm waiting on a phone call to find out if I can do it around the shed and stuff. Because, like I told the dispatcher, it's just paranormal investigation. It's not like I'm destroying anything. And like I told her, if y'all need to look at all my footage, y'all can go back. Because as y'all know, my phone is on the whole time I'm out there. So there's not a moment that I'm not live out there. So everything proves itself that I said last night. Hey, Dana. Hey, Hensley. What's up, Nubby? Kitten. Um, White Wolf. Yeah, like I was telling everybody, I know there may be more coming in, but I am going to do my live tonight. It's just what happened last night. I called the owner, which the dispatcher, he works for the city, so she said she would have him call me. So now I'm just waiting on a phone call from him because, like I said, I do things the man way. I don't do it the bitch way. Like, I'm sorry, pardon my French. But anyway, the way the cop handled that shit last night was inconsiderate. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't out of line. I wasn't, and he just kept on, and kept on. I mean, you don't need to be on the police force if you don't know how to deal with people. That's your job to deal with people. I'm sorry, White Wolf. I hope you get the feeling, brother. But yeah, I called the guy. Now I'm waiting on a phone call from him. So if I don't hear from him tonight, then what I'm gonna do is tomorrow Cecil works, and I'm gonna call Cecil and ask him to talk to him because Cecil knows for a fact that I have not destroyed anything. You guys know it. Y'all been on the live. Well, I've been doing it. Um, and if nothing else, if it does get told to me by the owner that I can't go around there, well, then my response, not in a smart ass way, but my response will be, okay, there needs to be no trespassing signs up there because there's no trespassing signs. And without a trespassing sign, anybody can walk up there literally. That's open to the public. I mean, by rules, by technicalities, and by laws, that is open property up there. Whether you own it or not, it doesn't matter. Now, see, I've been respectful. I've not done anything wrong up there. But if you want to go to court over it, that's fine because the court's going to see my side of it. There's no trespassing signs up there. If there was, I would have took that in consideration from the get go. I'm not a dumbass by any means. I do know how to use my mind. But it just pisses me off that the cop had to, when he was talking to the guy last night, you know, um, he kind of made me look like a criminal. And as you guys know, ever since I've been doing this investigation, I've not destroyed anything. I mean, I could have if I wanted to. I could have been a jackass from hell, but I wasn't. I was doing my job, what I love to do, paranormal. And it's like the way he handled it last night, he could have just talked to me. What are you doing? I even told him, I said, my spirit box is right there on the wood. And it's like he didn't get it in his damn head that I wasn't there to do damage. Oh, yeah, congrats on Bengals, Hensley. I was just watching, I'm watching Tampa Bay right now kick Chargers ass. Which, where did their quarterback Winston go? Because I'm a Winston fan because, Florida State, he came from Florida State. Uh, but where'd Winston go? Did he go to the Patriots? Or where did he go? You come up on the panel, brother. But yeah, I just wanted to do one early. That way, you guys would know that I'm not going to stop doing my paranormal. I don't care if I have to go sit in the graveyard and literally do an investigation, which we know that can end up dangerous. But if that's what it calls for, then that's what it would be. And yes, I do wear glasses. See, my stigmatisms don't do all that eye to eye stuff. It actually focuses. So I don't do that side to side stuff. And I need to start wearing them because my eyes have gotten kind of bad. So me having a spirit box now, I need to start wearing these out there. And yeah, at a certain point, I could take them off or whatever. But, but yeah, congrats, since I seen Cincinnati was kicking ass. But I'll say this. I don't like Tom Brady. Now, Gronkowski, I'll give him all the credit in the world. Great tight end. I'm a Jay Novacek fan from back in the 90s, And, that's one guy I respect, Jay Novacek. The 90s Cowboy, I grew up during the Roger Staubach era. That was my guy back in the day. When I was a kid, I got a picture. I had my little Cowboy shirt on. I grew up a Cowboys fan. But when they traded Emmitt Smith like they did, it just pissed me off, and I stopped being their fan. And then Dak Prescott, my grandfather's a big Mississippi State fan. So when Dak was over there, I would pull for them anytime they played Alabama or some team I didn't like. But I'll pull for anybody against Alabama. That's whether it's Harvard University, which is a prep school, Yale, anything, Brown, any of those schools. I'll pick them over Alabama any day of the week. I'm just not an Alabama fan altogether. I'm a Florida State fan. I'm true, and I know we played terrible yesterday. We got our asses handed to us, and that was by Jacksonville State. We got our asses handed, but I could take the loss and keep going. What's up, girly girl? But yeah, like I said, what happened last night for anybody that was in here? Cops have come up on me since I've been out there, which has mainly been Cecil, the young cops, and you've heard all them. They don't have a problem with me being there. Why? Because they know I'm not going to destroy shit. Well, the cop last night, he's a jackass in his own name. And how I know that? Because I've heard bad things about this guy, how crooked he can be. Last night proves that self-evident. I was setting up there. I had my spirit box on the wood, as y'all know. And he drives up. Well, I'm gonna call the owner. You've never heard any other cop say that shit because they knew I wasn't doing anything wrong. But if it gets told to me I can't do up there, okay, well, you need to put some no trespassing signs out. Because if you don't, technically, I'm still within my rights. I do know laws and I do know what I can and can't do, but I'm outlaw. I don't obey laws very well. I don't have a long list of criminal record, anything like that, but you don't, like that cop, he pushed me over the line last night. Because y'all seen yourself how the other cops react to me. They don't start anything. They know I'm not there to do anything wrong. But this jackass comes out of the blue and starts negative stuff. Well, that's the reason I didn't stay out long last night because, I was getting upset. And what's in the graveyard, being upset can cause you a lot of problems. And that's the reason I kind of backed up, came home. And it's like I knew something bad was going to happen, but I'm going to keep doing what I do, and all the evil will get what it's coming to it. Like I said, for that cop that did that, that spirit obviously didn't like that because that spirit box reacted to it when I said, you don't like the cop that did this, and it reacted right away. So to me, it sounds like that's the entity maybe letting know, because that entity likes me around that shed, likes me to ask questions. We've proven that time after time. But since that cop wanted to stick his nose where it is, the only thing you can do is talk to the bad and say, okay, you don't like it, go take care of business. I don't wish bad on nobody, but that cop overstepped the line last night. You could have just asked me what I was doing. I could have explained to you what I was doing. Not make a big scene, take part of the investigation away, because we know that shed has a lot of my investigation going on. We know the graveyard does too, but that shed is beyond the graveyard. We know this. We've seen this. But he could have handled it in a much easier way. You could have asked me what I was doing. I could have explained it to you. And then you were a jackass at the end telling me not to go out there and kick over anything or anything. Yeah, the whole time in the graveyard, I've been taking baseball bats and shit and knocking over the graves. Really? I mean, come on now. My stuff's online. It's not going to lie for itself, you know. And that's why I told the lady, I said, if y'all need to go watch the evidence online, you can. My stuff posted. So I don't get the choice of uploading it on my own time. It uploads right then. So I know all my stuff is going to clear in court if I ever do have to go to court. But I will say this, that cop shouldn't have a job. And the reason I say that is because why were you messing with me in the first place? Why were you even in the vicinity and acted like you did when you came up? Why was it you just couldn't come up, ask me, and left? Simple. Because, like I told him, Cecil knows me. Cecil ain't had a problem with me being there. And neither has anybody else. But you have a problem with me? You know. But I am going to keep doing what I do. Whether that means I have to be sneaky and sneak around it. Because, see, you can kind of tell when cops come around. Like last night, I seen the asshole coming. He has to drive down to a drive. See, if I see anybody, I'll say, you know, something dropped or something. Hey, look on my tape. I could throw something over there, you know. Hey, something. But I'm going, like I said, I'm going to be a man about it. I called the guy. Now, whether or not I get a phone call back is a whole different ballgame, because some people in this town can't be men about things. They can't settle things like men. They have to be cowards and not call people back, or be cowards and not show up. But if that's the case, I will talk to Cecil tomorrow, because I do know he's on duty tomorrow. And Cecil can explain the whole damn ordeal to him. Cecil knows me better than any cop here. And he knows I'm not destroying stuff. He knows that. I don't want to destroy my own shit. Hell, I don't have the money to go out and buy anything else. You know, I don't have that kind of money. But, you know, I just want you guys to know, because, yes, I left offline last night pretty pissed off. And, I mean, it still bothers me. Don't get me wrong. It still bothers me, because that's the biggest part, one of the biggest parts of my investigation. So, yeah, I do, you know, I do still take that kind of hard, because that's a big part of my whole deal. It's not my only part, but it's a big part. We know that. We've gotten reactions. Hell, even White Wolf's gotten attacked. So has Angel. So has I forgot who else was in that night that got attacked. You know, that's a legitimate thing there. We know this. But people that don't understand the paranormal world, that's kind of how they are in this town. Now, see, at least Cecil is man enough to say, I'm gone. You know, I'm not going to deal with it. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. That means he has enough gonads to say, hey, look, I'm not going to deal with this because that's a little bit strong for me. And that I respect his opinion and his thoughts on that. But come at me like a man. Don't cower down and do cowardly things, you know. Oh, you lurking. You're lurking, kitten. You're lurking. You're lurking, kitten. But yeah, I just wanted you guys to know that no matter what, because I do have you guys, and I still have the graveyard for now until I could talk to him. You know, and what's funny, I'm gonna tell you this. The other night, I got a phone, or you remember that cop said somebody down here called him. I believe I know who it is, but I'm not going to speculate until I know for sure. And somebody will slip because there are, let's put it this way, I've had people put out recorders. So if somebody says the wrong thing, I will know exactly who it is, and I will confront the person man to man. I will ask them how come they were such a coward and couldn't come to me. Because I'm one, you can come to me and tell me anything. You know, I just can't stand people that want to cower down and run away, you know. But like I said, I want you guys to know that, you know, I mean, I appreciate you guys. I mean, that's the only reason I haven't given up on doing the whole thing is because I love doing it. But not only that, you guys come to see that, you know, you know. Um, I don't know. It's just funny to me. It's funny how people act, and you know, last night with me having that feeling, automatically I should have turned around because maybe that wouldn't even came up. But me, I hope that same cop. I hope that same cop is the one that tries to start shit at the cemetery. Because what I will do, and no, I don't. I'm not a devil worshiper. I will never be one. But I'm not going to criticize anybody. But I will say this: I will ask the entities in the graveyard, if it comes down to it, to make special appearances to that person. Because I see you want to mess with the grounds I'm walking on. You want to, I'm not starting anything, stuff like that. Okay. So I may have to ask the bad to do bad, but it will be to prove a point. Don't mess with the spirit world. And I've been I've been the guy that's been honest. I've been real, and it's like no matter how real or honest you get in this town, it's like somebody's always trying to knock you down, and that was self evident last night. No other cop has done that crap. No other cop has even talked the way he has. You know, and that kind of makes me think, okay, what are you getting paid to do? Are you getting paid to be a crooked one? Because I've heard some things that, and the people that told me are legitimate, but I've heard things about that guy, and I just don't want a part of it. You know, now I may not get a call back because that's the way it works sometimes. Some people get calls back, and other people just don't get shit back. You know, maybe if I was one of these country people had a damn truck that was louder than hell, maybe the cops would, or the cop would respect me more. You see, they don't put stops to stupid shit like that. Those trucks you can hear almost a mile down the damn road. There are probably kids in houses that need to sleep, but those loud trucks making enough noise to wake up the dead. But yet they don't say a thing to any of them. Why you throwing your aggression towards me? Just because I'm trying to do good and people don't understand what I do? I think that's a low life way of going about it. I mean, just tell me you don't like what I'm doing. That's not going to stop me from doing it, though. I know people get confused when you. I'll say this: I love my grandmother. She don't. She thinks I don't need to be doing it, but like I told her, that's something I love, and that's something I respect them. But I'm not stopping just because. Even my grandmother says it. I mean, I love my grandmother. Don't get me wrong, but she respects me, and I respect her in that aspect. And she's the type, just like I am. She'll say what she needs to, and that'll be it. You know, my grandfather's the same way. That's the reason we get along. We may not always agree on everything each other says, but we get along. And I love them. I mean, they're at an age now. I know anything can happen at any moment. Like I even told them, I said I could probably go before y'all do. It's not a guarantee that you're going before me. And that's the way I look at life. I live every day as best as I can. And yeah, I'm up out of bed. I'm ready to go. I got to go to the store here in a few, get some drinks and stuff like that. But like I said, you guys support me. And, when it comes to the paranormal world, what I don't see or hear, y'all may see here, So you're my eyes behind the scenes. And it's like, that's a big part of my investigations. Yeah, there's a lot of times I see what people are seeing, but there's other times that what they're seeing I can't see. And that's the way the spirit world goes. So therefore, that's normal. We accept that because that's part of it. We can't get pissed off because we can't see a spirit somebody else is seeing. You know, that wouldn't even be right because there's plenty of times people have seen things that I didn't see. But yet I've seen things that other people don't see either. So that's just part of it, or we may see it together. And that's the good thing about the paranormal world. But what I do on my channel, unlike a lot of channels don't, is I know the family does. I want to ask you guys what y'all saw or what y'all heard. Last night was an exception because of what fell. It fell in a bad way last night. I mean, it literally fell like a ball hitting a down concrete wall. It literally, it kind of in a way, kind of messed with my investigations, even though I still got the cemetery until they decided to try to take that away from me. But, you know, it's just a simple fact that in this town, as long as I've lived here, no matter how good you try to be, how honest you are, or anything, they're going to try to bring you down as quick as hell. And like I said, I didn't do it until I first started out there. But the cops that do know me, they know I'm not out there destroying stuff. They know I'm not. And that's cool because if I have to, I'll call one of them tomorrow and talk to them and say, hey, look, this was said and done. And that guy, I just asking you, tell them that I want him come talking to me because he may get something bad out of my mouth. Oh no, it went bad last night. That cop that was on duty, he ain't no good. That's what I'm gonna say. He's a no good coward. He could have confronted me instead of making a big scene about it, but he made a big scene about it. And when you do that, that always sticks in the back of my head. And there are ways around the cops. Always, there's always a way around them. There are courts that, like here in this town, they would favor the cops, but Cecil and them has been behind me, and they know I'm not out there starting anything, tearing up anything. So be it. But if I have to, I'll talk to him tomorrow because I know he's been on that force a long ass time. So I think he's higher ranked. And if I have to talk to him and say, look, bro, guy showed up. None of you other guys done this, and this guy just acted like, I was a criminal pretty much. Don't put me as something I'm not. I'm not a criminal. I'm not out there trying to destroy the whole cemetery. I'm not out there trying to destroy anything. I love what I do. And you guys are there to watch it for yourselves. So yeah. But hopefully I get a phone call by tonight. Hopefully. But I seriously doubt it right at this point. Because that's been almost 2 hours ago I called. So you're not that busy. You're probably sitting there eating a donut and drinking some coffee. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm waiting for the recording to come back that the wrong person says they're the ones that called the cops. Because I have a good feeling who it is. I really do. And they live, yeah, kind of close to me. And yeah, they're the type of person they'll try to be buddy buddy with you. And then they're the crookedest fucking person there is behind the scenes. But if it is, there's ways of getting around now too. Yep. Because see, we do live in a housing authority that my landlady takes my advice very well. Because if things aren't going exactly to par and things are said to me that aren't said to other people that's doing other things, I call Birmingham and it gets straight real fast. So they don't like me calling Birmingham. So, oh, what's up, Minnie? Yeah, I was just letting everybody know that I'm gonna do my lives. It's just waiting on a phone call. Hopefully, I get a phone call. Who knows? They may try to ignore me because the cop last night did make me seem like I was a criminal. Didn't talk as in tell the person. I even told them what I was doing. You should have told the person what I was doing, not what you wanted to tell them. But what I can say is if that same guy's on tonight and he stops me up there at the road, be like, don't talk to me. Don't say nothing to me. Don't even look at me. It would be in your best interest not to even talk to me. And if he says you're getting smart, I'm going to say, no, I'm using my constitutional right, you dipshit. I have the freedom of speech, you dumb shit. Read the Constitution. I've never, if I felt like cussing at a cop, I cuss at him. That's my right as a American citizen. But most of the time, I try to take the right way about it. I try to talk to him. Like last night, I even tried to talk to him with respect. But you took my respect as weakness. Okay. It'll come back to bite you in your ass some point. Because, see, I do know things about him that I can put out there for him and let it be known that I do know about it. So, if he wants to throw out cards, I can throw out big cards too. My cards would trump his cards. And if he says we're going to court here in town, I'll be like, no, I'm going to get me a lawyer out of town and we'll go to court over there. They hate that kind of thing. They hate it, literally. I mean, if I have to, my grandfather's 25 minutes away. I get him to get his lawyer for me. And we'll have the case in Columbus. Oh, they would hate that. They would literally hate that because they're going to lose. There's no question about it. They're going to lose because my grandfather's lawyer don't take just anybody. And he's known me since I was a kid. He knows that I'm not the type to pull strings. But like I said, guys, I just wanted to let y'all know that I am going to keep doing what I do because I know that's going to piss them off more than anything. If I even go to the graveyard, that's going to piss them off more than anything. You bite at me, you get what you ask for. Well, it's not being a badass, Nikki. It's just, I'm real. Anybody on my channel could tell you I'm real. Uh, I do the paranormal, of course. Anybody that comes to my channel, and last night was just a bad instance where a cop overstepped his line, considering I wasn't doing anything, but yet made me look like a criminal in a way. So, you know, I'll just have to go out there to the graveyard tonight and see what happens, you know. I mean, I was getting a reading up by the sign. That spirit didn't like that the cop did that, so we're gonna see what happens. If that cop comes back up, I would say it's gonna be too nice for him because that spirit is not very happy. So it will become a problem. I will say that. See, maybe he don't believe in that stuff, but us that know the paranormal world knows it can get kind of dangerous. And from the way that spirit was reacting to the box after that happened, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if something bad happened because that spirit was quite upset because of it. And the one in the shed, that one loved seeing me down there. I mean, I asked questions, but still, you know. But guys, like I said, I'm gonna still do it. I'm going on at, let me think. I'll go on at 8 o'clock tonight since the town will shut down at 10. I'm gonna go on at 8. We'll start out talking as normal, and then we'll go out there and see what happens. Maybe between now and then, I'll get a phone call, and maybe I'll get approval to do it. Maybe, but I'm hoping and praying for that, you know. And you guys just, you know, oh, the cop, yeah, the cop that he called the owner up there last night like I was doing something wrong. And all I did was set my spirit box down on the wood. And that's all I was doing. But yet, when he came up, it seemed like he was trying to make me look like a criminal last night. And I wasn't. Like I told him, I said, I'm on YouTube. So everything I do is on YouTube. So, like I told the dispatcher a while ago, I said, well, they can see everything they want to on the, YouTube. Because all my stuff loads straight up. I don't have the opportunity to upload it. It does it by itself. So, but if you go back and watch last night's episode, you'll see what I'm talking about. The cop was, I don't know, even after he did that, he started talking kind of snotty, like I was going out to the graveyard kicking over stones or something. I don't know. But I've heard things about that cop that he's no good. He does crooked things. So till I see differently, or you prove the people I know wrong, that's how it is. And the way he showed himself last night, he proved exactly what I'd heard. I wasn't doing anything in the wrong. I didn't do anything. So there you go. You want to bother people that ain't doing nothing, eventually people are going to get tired of that. You know? Maybe I need to get in contact with some of them rioters out west and ask them to come down here and make this town into a literal hellhole. Maybe that's what we need to do. Since they want to pull, well, no, Cecil and them's been good. You know, like I said, Cecil and them, they didn't treat me like that. They didn't. They knew what I was doing. They knew I wasn't getting into trouble. They knew that I wasn't doing anything to damage anything. But this guy had a different attitude about the whole situation. I mean, he pretty much put me out in left field like I was just a bad guy. I mean, you're judging a book by its cover. Why? Just because I carry around that mentality that I'm not going to let you push me around? You know, it's just, I don't know. But yeah, like I said, tonight I am going to do an investigation, and I'm going to go on at 8 Central for anybody that's an hour ahead of me, like Hensley. I know you're an hour ahead of me. Uh, Vinny's an hour ahead of me. Kitten. Uh, oh, if I take on City Hall, I know how to do it. Get me a lawyer from out of town. They hate that shit. That's like once before, there was a guy out here that falsely accused my neighbor of putting puppies in the dumpster. How I know it was false, because the dog that had the puppies was in my house. That's how I know it was false. Second of all, he made up some stuff, so I was like, okay. Well, one night I told the cops, I said, I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. And then what happened with that is 8 different cops showed up that night. They grabbed me. They didn't question me, just grabbed me. Going to try to put me in the back of their police cruiser. I told them they wouldn't put me no damn where. And then I said, I'll tell you what, if y'all don't drop y'all's hands here in the next minute, I am going to call my lawyer in the morning. And my lawyer's from Birmingham, Alabama, so they don't like that. They drop their hands quicker than hell. My neighbor at the time, she was out there laughing at them. I mean, she was like, you said Birmingham, and they dropped them. I said, yeah. It's because they don't like it when other people come in town, take care of business. I know that. They don't scare me. I know how to get around them, so I don't have to make threats to nobody. All I got to do is call a lawyer out of town. And if they find out there's a court case against them, that's like even the food stamp lady. I'll say this. Here recently, I had to call them for a purpose, and I had to call Montgomery, which is out of the town. And as soon as they found out that I called down there, they called me back because they got scared. That's crazy. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna do it regardless. You know, uh, I'm gonna do what I do best, and if they don't like I doing it, and they try to stop me, they better prove without a shadow of a doubt that I'm doing whatever they're saying. But where they're going to lose the case is all my videos upload straight to YouTube. So everything that I've been doing, everything that has been shown is on the videos. So if I have to go to court and I show that, they're going to look like dumbasses. That's going to be point blank. It would be funny to me because you said I was doing this, you said I was doing that, this, that, you know, but yet none of that is correct, you know. Oh, they know around here I don't do anything illegally. I mean, it's just you can only push a person that's trying to do good so far. And in the back of my mind I have that part of me to where yeah, I can snap. But what was done last night really was incorrect of how to handle a civilian. And this guy handled it inappropriately. And it just pisses me off that, some law enforcements, like I said, there are bad, there are good. And he's the first bad one that's had a problem with me doing anything I've been doing at nighttime. So, you know, it's just, it's crazy. It's crazy how they act around here. But yeah, like I said, guys, I just wanted to, let you guys know that I was going to do my live tonight. I'm going live at 8 Central. But yeah, I'm probably going to get off here, go to the store, eat me something in a little bit, and then get ready for tonight. Do it all over again. I mean, I knew eventually it may come back to this, but I didn't think it would be so soon because we've been having a great time doing what I've been doing. And now, anybody that's been in my life knows how the flashlight acts out there at the graveyard. It's not going to stay up for very long. So it's like we're going to be kind of doing an investigation, probably lightless. So that's what it comes to. It does. But I just wanted you guys to know that I was going live tonight. So it'll be at 8. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna get off here so I could try to go to the store, get me something to eat, and probably even take me a rest for about an hour or so, maybe 2. And then get ready and do it all over again. But hopefully by then I'll get a phone call. Hopefully. I mean, it's depending whether or not they, you know, really get the nerve to call me back. Who knows? We'll see. Because I did the man thing and trying to call them and talk to them. So we'll see how that works, though. But yeah, I'll be back on, like I said, 8 Central. I'm going to go live again. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to bring you guys up and let y'all know that I was going to do my lives regardless of what happened last night. So, but I love all you guys. Thank y'all for your support. And I'll be back on here in a little while. Actually, probably about Yeah, it's almost 4 hours from now. So yeah, I'll be back on at 8. But thank all y'all for y'all support. Um, and I'll talk to y'all then. And y'all take it easy until then.